A hot mulligan is a.
Don't say it.
A hot mulligan is a.
Don't even go there.
A hot mulligan is a. Well, just look it up on Urban Dictionary. Hot Mulligan is an American rock band from Lansing, Michigan. They formed around 2014 and have been active ever since. Hot Mulligan is comprised of Chris Freeman, Tate Sandville, Ryan Morelli, Garrett Willig, and Brandon Blakely. They have described themselves as not emo and not pop punk, but could probably be slated into either category. They are currently signed to No Sleep Records. I have been listening to Hot Mulligan ever since they released their EP Opportunities in late 2016. I remember finding them on Bandcamp and buying their EP for something like $5. This was before I got hip to streaming services and I was still using iTunes and Bandcamp to buy my music. I remember thinking, wow, this music is way too good for them to have such a small following. At the time, they only had a few thousand monthly listeners on Spotify. I followed the band on Twitter and went on listening to their EP frequently. I also got familiar with their earlier releases, Honest and Cunning and Fenton. Both of these, as well as Opportunities, were released under Savior Generation Records based out of Michigan. But for some reason, I couldn't stop listening to Opportunities. It made my regular everyday rotation. The next February in 2017, I found out about a show going on at Max Bar in Lansing. It was You Blew It, I'll Get Out, and Free Throw. Steven, a counterpart on this channel, was attending MSU in East Lansing at the time and lived just down the street from the venue. I saw on Hot Mulligan's Twitter that they were going to open for the show, so naturally I ended up going. Funny enough, Steven actually didn't get a chance to go with me. I decided to bring my friend Gabe to the show. Hot Mulligan played most of Opportunities. It was awesome to see the songs that I had been jamming out to in my car played live. The crowd wasn't very big, but they were definitely passionate, as most Hot Mulligan fans are. I watched the whole show play out and I really enjoyed the other acts, but I just couldn't believe that Hot Mulligan was a local opener when they had the quality of bands that were doing full US tours. Apparently many people agreed with me about the quality of this band. Their Twitter started to gain followers, they started playing more shows in Michigan, most of which I attended, and their fan base kept growing. In late winter or early spring, Hot Mulligan changed their profile picture on Twitter to Opportunities is Gone Forever, which became a huge meme in the music Twitter community. But Opportunities actually did get removed from Spotify for at least a few weeks. The band kept the meme going, but I had the songs on Bandcamp and I burned them to a CD that I played in my car. Do people still burn CDs? Eventually, Hot Mulligan announced on Twitter that they had signed to No Sleep Records. They re-released Opportunities on vinyl and digitally through that label. That summer, they toured with Save Face and Belmont, among other bands. In early 2018, Hot Mulligan released their debut full-length entitled Pilot. I thought it was a great mix of emo and pop-punk heavy hitters that were sure to be stuck in your head for hours after listening. Hot Mulligan has not changed from their early days. They are still naming songs different titles that have nothing to do with the song, they still have emotional and relatable lyrics that can be yelled back to them with a finger pointing in their face at shows, they still have math rock elements in their guitar style as well as some great pop-punk riffs, and they are still the Hot Mulligan that I've come to know and love. If you're just getting into Hot Mulligan, go back and listen to their old stuff, because it's all good. Just don't expect them to play anything from Fenton, because they have been doing those songs for years and they're probably sick of them. Their split with Everyone Leaves is great, but Shaylee Chanel is overrated and we need to stop pestering them to play it, for real.
Legend goes hard though.
Opportunities will always have a special place in my heart, but even without the nostalgia, it still holds up. I Reply to Tyler with 3 Blue Cars is one of their best songs, period, and the acoustic version of Deluxe Capacitor is the definitive one.
Sorry, not sorry.
Pilot is a very impressive debut album with a ton of bangers. You'll notice armadillo shells on first listen for sure, but also make sure to appreciate songs like Scream Mountain, Good Ol' Mr. Rags, and Whispers Thank You because the B-sides are just as important. Today, Hot Mulligan has over 125,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Their top 5 songs all have over 1 million plays respectively. They just got back from a full US tour supporting Census Fail, and they are playing Snowden 7 in Cleveland, which is the second time they've played that fest. Oh, I almost forgot. Hot Mulligan is still unverified on Twitter. Anyway, Hot Mulligan is one of my favorite artists, and I hope you get a chance to listen to them. This band is only going up. The only question is, what's next? Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please leave a like or consider subscribing to the channel. We put out a music podcast every week as well as other content, so make sure to check us out. What are some of your favorite Hot Mulligan memories? What do you think is next for them? What artist should I do next? Let me know in the comments.